Hi folks, welcome to or welcome back to Exposed, and if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you subbed and stayed. No, ignore me, I said it at the start of this one, didn't I? Anyway, here we go. I've had a long break, watched the snooker. Not happy, Kyron didn't win. Anywho, I'm still putting my hat out now and saying that Mark Selby is going to win the World Championship this year. Just saying. Shall we jump back in?
And then I still forgave and still let her in my life.
You're so big, aren't you?
I said, I'm going to call you every Saturday. She's like, that would be so nice. And I did. And then she said, texted me, why are you going to call me every Saturday? That's weird. That's really weird. I didn't mean like every Saturday at 10 o'clock. I will call you. I meant I'm going to call you once a week. I'll call you like every Saturday because I was working so many hours. And I said, please don't text me these things while I'm at work. It's too upsetting. No, I won't. I promise I won't. I promise I won't get a text. Long texts. That she's working with the FBI. My mother's working with the FBI.
Wouldn't anybody else, if this was truly happening, and I can't say whether it was or it wasn't because who knows, but if this was truly happening, rather than sitting, sulking, crying and whining and saying this is too hard on me, I can't cope with this, why did you not ring the police in Boston and say, can you do a welfare check on this woman, because I don't know what she's talking about. I think she needs help. But did you? No. So either it didn't happen or you couldn't give a fuck. Which is it?
I finally had to, and this is where it hurts. I finally had to block her. I don't want to cry because my makeup looks really good. But here's the truth, you guys. I can't recover from what's happened. And then in between all that was the Shawnee thing. I can't get past what's happened with my mother. I think about it all the time. It was devastating, okay? It was devastating to have that happen to me.
But don't you think at 56 you should have been better organised in your life to cope with things like that? You know them dangly things underneath your big fat arse? They're called legs. And maybe you should try standing on them and running your own life and not relying on an 80-year-old woman. And when it sounds like she needed help, if that's true, what did you do? Did you send for help? Did you get someone to check her out? Did you fly back to Boston to see if she was okay? No, you blocked her. And now you're looking for sympathy from us. She didn't say look at them, but she did that with her nails at the beginning, so I'm taking it.
And I have health issues. I suffer from depression anyways. So, last night I was talking to Burke. And I was crying, and I did say, because when he went back to Boston and he went to New York, she texted him saying that his suitcase is in the car and he can't come back there. And then he had his she had bought him this really nice, this was from a while ago, bought him this really nice down jacket and some other things, and she threw them all away and told him when he came back, I threw them all away, because he kept them there at her place because he doesn't need a down jacket. And then she felt bad, so then she wrote him and said, what's your bank account so I can put money in it, because I feel bad that I threw away your stuff. So last night okay, stop licking, please. Sorry. Last night, I asked him to go get a pizza. And he said he didn't want to. And I said, please. And he's like, have you been out? So I said, yes, I went. I went out. I took a walk. I went to my management office. I worked on my resume. I did a YouTube video. I edited. I applied for 1,000 jobs. He's like, I really don't feel like getting the pizza. So I said, I know you don't feel like it, but can you do it for me? I washed the floor. I did all the laundry. I did everything. And I just wanted him to just go get me a pizza, and he wouldn't. So I went and got the pizza, and when I came back, I was really, really hurt. And he's like, I can't believe you're acting this way because of a pizza. I said, it's not because of you wouldn't go get a pizza. It's so much more than that. I asked. Like, I can't ever ask for help. Nobody helps. I mean, I'm not saying you guys, and I'm not saying nobody. Like, you guys helped me during the GoFundMe. You help me all the time. I meant real life people. When I really need somebody, you know, when I had my knees done. And Shawnee was like, yeah, I'm going to help. I'm going to come. And I'm like, here, have my car so that you can come over. And she never came over, but drove around in my car.
She did come over. It's on video.
And I made up with her. I still made up with her. She said, I'm so sorry for any part that I played and you're unhappy to do it. And I said, yes, okay, I forgive. And I'm sorry, too, for whatever I did.
So she forgave you, and then you said, oh, I'm sorry, too. That's not the same as you saying you forgave her.
So I'm wondering. I mean, I'm not above taking responsibility. Anyways, I have to go back. So.
Do you? Really?
I have time for one more cup of coffee. Come with me while I make it. I love having the comments off and just seeing all the likes. Thank you guys. I just don't want to be mean. And I can't, I don't want to
Gooch.
get interrupted with my train of thought. This is like, not comparing myself to Trisha Paytas, but it is my online diary, okay? Oh, my neck hurts. So it's as though I'm talking to nobody. That is how what I do. Not nobody. If you don't get it, if you're going to take one little thing that I'm saying out of context, then you really should not be watching me. That's all. You know, like, let's do this. Okay. So I said to Burke last night, Burke was like, you know, you're making a big deal of it. You're making such a big deal. And I was like, but I asked you to get me the pizza and you wouldn't get it. Like, I just wanted for once, to ask and not have somebody say, I'll do it later. I just want to be taken care of just a little bit. I just want to be indulged, okay?
Don't you think that's what your mother's done with you your entire life, up to age 56? Now is the time for you to put your arse in gear, be a mother to Burke, and look after the pair of you, and not expect everyone else to do it. My mum was exactly the same. I don't understand what is wrong with these people. They expect us to do, like she expects Burke to do everything, but she expects her mother to look after her until she can't do it anymore, and then Burke's supposed to take over. When does she ever do anything?
I just want to be treated like a princess for a little bit. I've never been treated like a princess. I've never been...
What about when you were little and your daddy was there? I bet he treated you like a princess then.
treated like special, like a queen, like ever. Even my first Mother's Day, I was telling Burke this. First Mother's Day, Burke was born in July, so Mother's Day, May, and...
Why do you tell these things to Burke? She does that all the time. She puts the weight of the world on him. And what is he supposed to do with that information? Like when she was in Arizona. Oh, I had a temperature of 101. I thought I was going to die. I phoned Burke and I told Burke. Why? What can he do? I had a temperature of 103. I couldn't fucking move. My mum sodded off on holiday.
Lord didn't do anything. Oops. He didn't even give me a card.
No, I bet he did though.
And those things mean so much to me because I would have thought if on Father's Day I did something for him. I've done it even now. I'm like, Burke, you have to call your father. It's Father's Day.
Oh, that's doing a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, he did little nice things for me. One time for Valentine's Day, my car was all snowed in. I had come home from work on the train. When I got in the car, there was a rose. Like, I remember those things, and I appreciate them, but how can you not give a brand new mother a card on Mother's Day? I don't know. Whatever. I forgave. I got over it. So it's just, so why
did you though? Really? Did you really get over it? Because you're still fucking whining about it now, 20 years later.
The pizza means so much. It's not the pizza. It was that I just wanted somebody. Him. Because he's the only person in my life.
Yeah. Oops.
Go out and get me pizza. So anyways, I tell this story because
you could have got it delivered.
It's like you're taking this too seriously, and I thought about it, and it probably was. But I thought, and I said to him, I can't get past what Grammy did. I can't. I can't get past it. Seek therapy. Okay, I have. I've sought therapy. First of all, I don't have insurance for therapy. I don't have time, or I didn't have time. Therapy would also take years. Years and years, and you have to find somebody that you like. And honestly, I was a psychology major. I really do know everything
of course
that I should be doing to make myself better. It's my life. I'm in charge of my life. I need to make a plan. So I go back to this. Okay. All of this had a reason. It sounds like I'm rambling, but it all had a reason. And so many of you write me private emails saying, lots of nice things. And I read all of them, and I do try to respond. I guess I don't feel, though, like hearing someone else's sob story is helpful to me. Like support groups, I picture them to be like a big bitch fest. My problem, oh, look at the sparkles over here. So sparkle from my, what is it? Oh, it's this ring.
I can't go to a support group because I couldn't support somebody if my life depended on it, and it has to all be about me because I'm a narcissist, don't you know? So everybody should be supporting me.
You guys can't see it. Anyways, I don't want to hear someone else's sad story. It doesn't, for me, it doesn't make me feel better. Maybe it makes you feel better.
Me.
Just like this makes me feel better. See, everybody wants to tell their story and talk about it. And it's not that I don't care,
But you don't care.
if I listened to everyone online, their sob story, to me, we would just be going back and forth like, oh my God, like it's like whose is worse? Like it's I just want to read this one thing. Sandy Foster. This is what someone writes. This is what I get. It's unfortunate that you are depressed, but you do need to do something positive. Get things together. Get out of the house and start job hunting. So I wrote to her, I said, why do you watch me? I've blocked you before. You talk shit about me on other people's channel. You don't make videos but hand out advice like it's a tic-tac. How do you know I'm not looking for a job? Might I suggest you go out and get a job? You obviously have way too much time on your hands. And frankly, I don't like you. Because I said, Sandy, you should be a therapist. Your advice is so helpful. This was sarcasm. Your advice is so helpful in understanding. My word, are you a sympathetic soul? You said exactly what I would say to somebody that says they are depressed. Such great empathy you have. First of all, the video is just of me getting ready.
How would you know about empathy? I'm surprised she even uses that word. She has the cheek to use it and say that she's an empath. But not that kind of empath. Not an empath like an actual empath. It's her kind of empath, like her kind of hives and her kind of, what was it she said she had? Wasn't hives. Scabies. Galloping knob rot. Whoa, what was it? What was it? For fuck, shingles. Thank you, whoever that was. Yeah, not the same kind of shingles that everybody else has. Her own kind of travelling shingles that the doctors and nurses at the hospital knew nothing about because they don't know about her kind of shingles.
But I wanted you to know, so in the description I wrote all of that. That is what she chose to comment on.
If you don't want people to comment on it, don't put it in the description and don't talk about it. Simples.
Stop licking. Like someone writes, you look great, Lori. I love watching you apply makeup and styling your hair. You rock. Okay, that's normal. Stop it, Bella. Please. Sorry, I can't stand licking sounds and I yell at my dogs.
Why get dogs if you don't like licking sounds? Why have any animals like that? Dogs and cats lick. That's what they do. That's how they clean themselves.
Great hair color, those eyes, just beautiful. If you don't think that the video was good, then just don't write anything.
Only leave a message if it's kissing my ass.
Anyways, I couldn't believe. So then she writes me back. What's her response? Because she's got to speak. She's got to get her voice out. Then someone wrote, "Hey Lori, I am blocked from your channel. I was just wondering why." If you can write, you're not blocked.
Yeah, that's not true though, is it? Because you hide users from channel, so they carry on writing, thinking that people are seeing it, and they're not. How many times have you said that, and now you're saying if you can write, you're not blocked? But didn't you say before you sat down that there was a point to all of this? What is the point? We haven't got there yet.
I'm sorry you're miserable. Okay, spring awaits. I don't know who they are. I've never heard from them. I'm sorry you are miserable. Please give consideration to contacting the doctor who prescribes your Xanax and sleep med. He or she can make a referral to an appropriate mental health professional who can be your face-to-face confidant and give you the kind of attention you need.
That's a nice
You're
comment.
averse to online advice, yet you appeal to pity via videos, Instagram posts. This is folly. I implore you to get professional help. Okay, Sandy Foster. Why do I watch any YouTube channel? Entertainment. As for advice I may give, I have a whole lot more experience in the workforce than you do. And thought that perhaps you may benefit from my experience. I am sympathetic to your situation because I have seen how difficult and long it took you to get the job you just had. I have also seen you discuss money issues and was hoping that you wouldn't have to go through all this again. Then someone writes,
So, what's wrong with that? She's trying to give you some advice and help. And you're pulling her face because she said she's got more experience in the workforce than you. Yeah, she probably does. I do. And I haven't worked for the last 26 years. But I'd still say I've got a hell of a lot more experience in work than you do.
so much for being mean, brutal, dismissive. I want to change. That didn't last long. Right, because I am not going to put up with shit like that. You say shit that, don't you see? You don't see that she has a lot more experience in the workforce than me. Who is she? Where do you live? Are you married? What do you do for work? I know nothing. You are a complete stranger. And how do you know, just based on what I've told you, how do you know you have more experience than me? And if you have, do something positive, get things together, get out of the house and start job hunting. How do you know I'm not? How do you know I'm not job hunting? How do they know? Maybe I should just continue to block, hide these people that I just don't like their comment. Maybe I shouldn't read comments like half the other YouTubers and not respond to anyone like all of the other YouTubers. Hardly respond to any.
People hardly respond to anybody when they've got a lot of subscribers. Sorry, I just got thrown by what was on the telly. People with a lot of subscribers would have to spend all day, every day answering comments. It takes time. You hardly have any comments, and most of the time all you do is heart things. You don't even bother to reply to most people. And then when people do comment, you tell them that they're writing shit comments, so why would they?
Anyone. Or I could ignore it.
Yeah, do that. Or you could have a grown-up conversation with her. There's that as well.
Sandra S., you're not blocked. You wrote, "Good morning, Lori. I always enjoy seeing you do your makeup. I do my hair as well. Thank you, girl." And then you also wrote, "I'm blocked from your channel. If you can comment, then you are not blocked." Let's try to get my subscriber count under 9,000.
Oh, you think you're so fucking funny, don't you?
It's unfortunate that you're depressed. I can't get over someone that says, someone is saying they're depressed and they're not thinking right, and they have to say their part on my channel. It's so complicated. It is. It's so complicated. Yeah, it's driving me crazy. It drives me crazy. Oh, here we go. Hello?
You goddamn bitch, I'm blocking your channel. You goddamn bitch, I'm blocking now.
These aren't kids. These aren't teenagers or even 20-year-olds drunk and doing funny things. I used to make phony phone calls all the time when I was younger.
Oops.
These are middle-aged, very middle-aged women around my age. How do I know? Because that's my demographic. I can look up my demographic. My demographic are the 60-year-olds. These are 60-year-old women doing this. Going on to gossip sites.
And we're off.
To talk about other women. Not just me, other women. The whole Joan thing. Let's bring up Joan again. Okay? Does Joan's husband know that she goes onto this gossip site? Is her name on the gossip site Joan and her last name so that it's her? Is it the same as her channel? Then she comes on here and says, "I'm only on here because they," her friends, which is so nice to say. Lori's talking about you on her channel. Stop talking about me. Okay, but you're talking about me on the gossip site. I never said anything about you on my channel. That's where you should say things about me on your channel. That's the place to say things about me on your channel, not on someone else's channel, not on gossip sites that are disgusting with a whole bunch of other catty, fucking old women. And then she says something like, I'm older than you and I look better than you. Who says that to somebody else? Who cares what you look like? Who cares what I look like? I don't need to insult your looks because you as
You always insult her looks. Horse-faced Joan. And you sit there pretending you've got a tremor.
a person are so ugly that is what I'm going to insult. I am not ugly to people. Until
I'm not ugly to people. Oh, here we go. Until they do something to me first. Right. So me telling you to drive carefully equates to you telling me that I should have been in George Floyd's place, or I should have had my face ripped off by pit bull dogs.
They are ugly to me. I have good in my heart for everybody.
Yeah.
Initially.
Of course you do.
Until they hurt me. And then hurt people hurt. I never did anything to anyone personally. Yeah, maybe I had a smart mouth. Gal Charlotte said, when I said, oh, it's so cold in here. Well, do you know you can regulate the thermostat? Okay. So I said, I know I can regulate the thermostat. Like,
you didn't though, did you? You stomped up and down, and for months afterwards, every time you go, oh, I'm cold, oh, maybe I should turn the thing down. Oh, I never thought of doing that. Like you did in the pet shop when you asked for a hand wipe and then spent the rest of the time going around mumbling to yourself. Someone needs to stand, well, that's what I'm doing basically, with a mirror up to her face and say, this is what you do. And then maybe at some point she might get the fucking message.
But there were things way before that had happened with her. I just don't have tolerance for stupidity. I'm sorry. I don't have tolerance for stupidity. Sandy Foster, I have way more experience than you.
See, this is what she'll do now for the rest of the day. Chunter about Sandy Foster and that comment.
What is going on in her head? Oh.
That's what we ask about you all the time.
People need a voice. People need to voice. I do too. So I have a channel. I have a channel to voice what I'm feeling. Gal Charlotte, you also, I know you're watching me, you also got it wrong. She's like, I did exactly what Lori told me to do. She told me to get my own channel. Not to then talk trash about me.
Oh, right. So you can say whatever you want on your channel about anybody because it's your channel and you're allowed to do that. So you want us to get our own channel, so we do, and then you don't like what we're saying.
Dime Store Cowgirl went and did exactly what I did. She got a GoFundMe, but she used my name to do it. Joan, Denham's been nothing but nice to me, so that's okay. So then but you let him be mean to all the people that you are face friendly with. Boston. Hello?
You need to stop running your mouth about Shawnee's fancy page because her stint's no better than yours, believe it or not.
Really?
And, yeah, they do.
So why don't you just buy from Shawnee? Just buy from Shawnee. Don't buy from me.
I do. I'm here to harass you and choke you.
You're here to harass me and show me?
Yeah, choke you.
Do you think I'm going to listen to what you say? You have a disguised voice? I will continue to do whatever the hell I want to do because I can. Stop talking about Shawnee's page. I'm not talking about Shawnee's page. Shawnee's fine. That's all that they want to do. It's crazy. Crazy. Disguise your voice and call. Take the time. I'm at least getting paid to do this. What So buy wax from her. Buy wax. Don't buy from me. Don't buy Scentsy from me. By the way, my Scentsy sales have been very, very high this month. Everything is 10% off, so seriously. Go to Shawnee and buy from her. Everything's 10% off her site as well. Buy from somebody that you like, somebody that you want to support so that you can enjoy your Scentsy. That's the bottom line. Why don't you post your like and dislike numbers? I'm just going through, because I don't want to. I don't want to give haters a voice.
Oh, can we have compliments?
Although I'm giving them a voice now. I guess in general, because then it's like a bandwagon. They get satisfaction as a whole if they see how many thumbs down, how many thumbs up. I don't want to give them the satisfaction of that. I'm making a conscious decision to give them the satisfaction of this. Anyways, what I wanted to say when I got on here was I'm in a very, very bad state of mind. I'm very, very unhappy. I'm going to pick myself up and make my life better, but I will have bad times, and I'm going to say I've never been this bad off, because what my mother did to me hurts so deeply that I cannot get over it. I cannot get past it. And it put me into a situation that I have been trying to crawl out of. And I'm a very hard worker, but I can't work 12 hours a day. I just can't. And that's what they wanted me to work. And then also that was a clickbait title, and if you don't know that, then I don't know. Somebody did call my work, which got me written up, but I did quit. I gave 2 weeks notice.
Yeah, because you thought they were going to bend over and bow down and do what you asked them to. She'd had a month's training, and the girl left, and she was, I can't do it, it's too much work, I need somebody else. If you're not going to put somebody else out there with me, I'm giving my 2 weeks notice. And they went, okay, bye.
And they said, you know what, here's your pay for 2 weeks, you can go. Okay, here we go again. Let's listen to him. Speak.
Coming back from Shawnee because your fragrances smell like farts. Straight out the toilet. They're really not stinky.
Are you a grown woman saying that my scents smell like farts?
Farts and dead fish. You want a war, bitch? You want war?
You're calling me. You are calling me. You are calling me.
You want a war?
I'm in a war already by myself. I don't need another war. You're calling me. Why are you calling me? I would never cry over that. That's just a pest. But I do cry over my mother. want a war? No, I don't want to fight with anybody. I really don't. I don't understand why you're calling me. I can't. Oh, here's Burke. Shit, he flew in here. Oh, somebody probably called him and said I was talking about the pizza online. Anyways, this is my...
How would anybody phone Burke? Who has Burke's telephone number?
chance to go. Maybe not. I don't know. He flew in here. No, he's just parked. He would have called me. Anyways, I'm getting off because I'm going for the job.
Cool. So, didn't get bingo, but we got blooming close, didn't we? And if you got this far with me, thank you very much, and I'll catch you in the next one.